My name is Sheena with Rise Wellness Village, and this is our weekly prayer for the Way of Namaste. Today is June 5th, 2024. We've got the new moon energy upon us, and I'm just going to be real with y'all. I need this prayer right now. So I'm just going to get in with it. I'm going to start us off with calling in the directions, and then let's see what comes after that. Right now we're in Gene Key 35. This is the shadow of hunger. This is the gift of adventure. And this is the city of boundlessness. This gene asks us to be the longing, because as much as we have some fixation on something outside of us making something better, then we're going to stay disconnected and separate from that thing, stuck in that Maya as though there's anything outside of us. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get in with this prayer now so that I can come back to my center, back to my purpose. Literally, this is my gene key this week. It's my purpose. My purpose is coming back into prayer, because prayer allows me to make life an adventure. Because then I have faith and trust, because I've actually called in some support and some help. And y'all, I need that today. So, okay, let's go. So for this prayer, I invite you into a meditative state, allowing yourself to land in this moment. Let's take a deep breath, and as we do, allow ourselves to let go of the day thus far, releasing everything. Any judgment on how today has gone, any thoughts that bring us outside of our time together now. And on this next inhale, let's take the biggest breath that we've taken all day, inhaling in, and maybe taking another sip of air just when you thought you've had enough, and holding it for a conscious moment of gratitude. Thank you for this moment of radical aliveness. Thank you for this breath. And as you exhale and release, relax your shoulders. Maybe let out a sigh if that feels good. Allow something to soften. Let's do this a couple more times in your own rhythm. Deeply inhaling from the base of your spine. And exhaling to soften and release. And now on this next breath, imagine a stream of light coming in from your pelvic floor, supporting you into the earth. This emerald green light connecting all the way into the crystalline core of the earth center. And maybe now we imagine an amethyst light shooting out of our crown chakra, connecting to the crowns of every other soul on our planet now. As we call in these directions, I invite you to consider each direction as one of the mightiest elders in our universe that we are asking directly for their assistance in this ceremony with us now. To the guardians of the gateways of the East, to the medicine of the air that breathes us, to the inspiration that fuels us with the spirit of the divine. We call you into this moment, into this ceremony, into this life now. To Archangel Raphael, to the green light ray, patron of healing, to all of our healing angels, we thank you for your wisdom, your medicine, your guidance. Aho. To the guardians of the gateways of the south, to the medicine of fire that roars in our bellies, to the passion that fuels us with the spirit of that great mystery, we call you into this moment, into this ceremony, into this life now. To Archangel Michael, to the blue light ray, to the warrior angels, we call upon your power, your protection, your faith, your courage, and your strength and stamina to guide us in this ceremony, in this life now. For connecting us between the physical and spiritual realms, we thank you for your wisdom, your medicine, and your guidance. Aho. To the gateways of the guardians of the West, to the medicine of water, to the deep intuitive memory that flows through our emotional bodies, connecting us with the spirit of the divine. We call you into this moment, into this ceremony, into this life now. To Archangel Gabriel, to the white light ray, to all our messenger angels, patrons of communications, we call upon your purity, your harmony and sacredness to guide us on our journey. For your spiritual guidance and your commitment to connect with us through the mystical realms, we thank you for your wisdom, your medicine, and your protection. Aho. To the guardians of the north, to the medicine of earth, of Pachamama, to this physical reality, and to our sacred connection with our physical bodies that connect us with the spirit of the divine. We call you into this moment, into this ceremony, into this life now. To Archangel Uriel, to the red light ray, to the angels of light, to the ones who know and to those who respond to those seeking truth. We call upon the wisdom of your lifetimes of experience to guide us in this ceremony, in our bodies, through our connection with earth now. For your wise counsel and your ability to see beyond, we thank you for your medicine, your guidance, and your protection. Aho. Before me stands Raphael, behind me Gabriel, on my right hand Michael, and on my left Uriel. To the guardians of the above, to Archangel Metatron, to our star nations, to our galactic brothers and sisters who connect us with our starseed soul family, we call you into this moment, into this ceremony, into this life now. For your heavenly wisdom, we thank you for your medicine, for your love, and for your protection. Aho. To the guardians of the below, Archangel Sandalphon, to you who are known by 1,000 names and you who are the unnameable one, to the medicine of the unconscious, to the limitless potential that lies within every single one of us, to the great mystery. We call you into this moment, into this ceremony, into this life now. For the peace that comes from flow, for the joy that comes through our surrender, for the ease that comes through our ability to adapt, sometimes being more like a drop of the ocean, and other times the entire ocean in a drop, ebbing and flowing constantly in motion, change in perpetuity. And now bringing your hand to your heart if it feels in alignment. We call upon the guardians of within, to the steady rhythm of your beating heart that drums to the native sound of the universe from within you. We call upon the medicine of you, to the ancient wisdom of your timeless self. We call you into this moment, into this ceremony, into this life now. For all your multidimensional selves and all your concurrent lives that have been through everything to bring you here, into this moment, the embodiment of thousands of answered prayers. So thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your love, and your commitment to freedom and forgiveness. Aho. Breathing that in. And now with our directions open I invite you to call in any other guide, any other celestial being, ascended master, ancestor, multidimensional animal, spirit totem, anything that you would like to have with you as you embark on this new moon. And as we take a moment in silence, may we invite all these benevolent beings into this celebration now. And now, with all of your angels and guides present with us throughout all time and space and dimensions, I invite you to tune into your intention. What's your why today? Why are you here? Why have you devoted this time to yourself today? How have you committed to showing up for yourself today? Is there a goal that you're calling in for this new lunar cycle? Is there a prayer to be answered? An opportunity to reveal itself? A relationship to repair? In all ways, we are evolving in how to be in right relationship. Always learning, initiating, and discovering new ways to grow. And as we come back to our breath and take some conscious breaths to really somatically allow our bodies to integrate this prayer, I invite you to repeat your attention to yourself and allow yourselves to hear your prayers today. Today, you are the embodiment of your ancestors' answered prayers. Through your prayers, theirs are being answered now. So as we come back into this now moment, I invite you to take another breath, continuing to integrate, maybe adding some movement to your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes and come back into this room that you're in, feeling your connection to the earth. So tomorrow we have a new moon in Gemini. And Gemini is an air sign. It's so intellectual. It's so good at networking, creating the web, and recognizing how interconnected it all is. You know, we have choice points in this simulation. We're always being initiated into deeper breaths, into more magical moments when we can choose gentleness, when we can choose softness, when we can choose empathy. You know, I've had my partner away this week. He's on vacation with his family. And it's so nice, those little pauses that you can get in a partnership where you can just miss each other. You know, I think it's so refreshing. It's so rejuvenating. And I love to miss him because I love him so much. But it's the absence that can make his presence grow stronger. And so this boundlessness this week is really just the gratitude and recognizing that even when he's in another place, we're still so synced up, thinking the same thing at the same time and texting each other at the same time with each other on our minds. And it's so beautiful, as within, so without, that when we actually manifest our perfect partner by becoming that perfect partner for us, then we see it projected outside of us. And what a gift that is. You know, so much in my journey, I've been recognizing that I've done a lot of it on my own. I thought I needed to. And if anyone here studies the gene keys and has line ones, they might understand that. The road less traveled, the pioneer, the innovator, the one that just has to create a different way. And for me, that's made partnerships difficult. Not wanting to have it in just one specific way with one specific outcome, but leaving the door open and inviting every conversation to the table so that we can meet it eye to eye in the moment with empathy. And we can ask each other, how does it make us feel in this moment? Maybe there's a softening. Maybe there's an opportunity for expansion around something that was hardwired in our system. Maybe it gets to be released and something lighter and brighter comes in. I know with my partnership, I'm so grateful at the way that he builds up my self-esteem when, quite honestly, I haven't had a great one. And I haven't always had my best interest at heart. And in him, I've found a partner that has my best interest at heart, even in the times that it's not his best interest. And that, for me, is unconditional love. It's putting the needs of the relationship more than the needs of the self. And with him, 1 and 1 is always 3. We're always creating something new. You know, it's taken me a long time to figure out what it is we're creating. And I still don't fully know, but I know this shamanic path that we're on, I couldn't escape it if I tried, because I did try and I couldn't escape it. And everything brought me back to remembering that everything is medicine. So let's be music makers. Let's share prayers and tarot readings and stories, and let's sit by fires and pray and dance. And I've denied myself that pleasure in some capacity when I've not gone to the ceremony, because I've been so taken aback by my ancestral past life traumas around what it was like to speak, what it was like to prophesize, what it was like to be a spiritual teacher, what it was like to be a medicine woman, what it was like to be a priestess, what it was like to be a witch, what it was like to be a shaman in past lives. And I've been confronted time and time and time again that I'm here to repair all those ancestral wounds by remembering that all of those beings that were burned at the stake or tortured or beaten or silenced or in some capacity just not revered for the goddesses that they were, they're actually all inside me right now, speaking through me, cellularly reminding me all the time what a gift it is to be here now. The greatest gift is our presence. So here with a stellium in Sagittarius, for so long I thought life had to be an adventure. I had to go on vacations. I had to travel. I had uncover every rock and go to every place. And I've gone to a lot of places, and I've uncovered a lot of rocks. And I've also buried a lot of crystals in a lot of places. And I've done really beautiful things. And when I think about what it would be like to move forward as a person that was activating the crystal grid, I remember that that's what I've always done. Only I didn't call it work. It was just life. It was just life as ceremony. And in the past couple of years, I've confused the two to think that shamanism had to be work, or that ceremony wasn't play anymore, and it became structure and rules. And now, as I release and soften my judgment around all of it, I get to come back with a fresh set of eyes. Today, life literally gave me the opportunity, as it does, to show me what life is like when I don't have a vision. And as a clairvoyant, I've always had visions of what my future would look like. And right now it's been looking really uncertain, and that's been scary. And then today I literally sat on my brand new glasses and shattered them. And I saw physically, literally what it was like to lose my vision. I had another experience just to sum it all back up for me on how I could gain my vision again, because the ceremony that I had once judged is now the ceremony giving me the visions to come back to it. And it's the grandfather peyote ceremony, the one with the most rules, the one with the most structure to it, the one that I most resisted. I've now lost my vision, and I want it back. And I have the opportunity now to sit back in the teepee and be humble as I learn new songs and as I share my voice. You know, that first ceremony that I sat in a couple years ago, I didn't share my voice. I had so many past life experiences that were flashing through me that I was pretty much in a trauma state most of the ceremony. And it took me so long to integrate and unpack how many of my past lives had been killed, beaten, tortured for being in ceremonies, for practicing medicine and shamanism. And that came flooding through my system in my first peyote ceremony. I'd never thought that I would go back. And wouldn't you know, ceremonies coming back on Father's Day. And songs have been coming through me. And as I try to sing the songs today, as the ceremony approaches, I couldn't even get the words out. My throat kept clogging up. I was in coughing fits, and it was just like my throat had become sandpaper, just trying to sing these Lakota prayers. I knew that this is all part of the ancestral clearing, and even if I wanted to deny this shamanism in my life, I couldn't. Here it is in all of its ways presenting itself. As my partner's been away, I've been, man in the homestead, as one does, taking care of the animals. And we've got 4 cats. And one of the cats was outside playing the other day, and I saw that he had caught a mouse. And I sat there and I thought, what do I do? What do I do? I don't want to touch the mouse. I don't want to intervene. But what do I do? I thought, am I supposed to not intervene because this is just nature and I just happen to be catching this? And I was like, no, I am nature. And if I have the thought to intervene, then that's nature telling me to intervene. And so I did. And I shooed the cat away from the mouse. I got it out of it, and the mouse seemed to be okay. It was a little squeamish, but he was moving and he was walking, and I kept a buffer between them, and I guided the mouse back into our little fairy trail in the back of the yard. And I kept playing with my dog, watching the cat, making sure the cat wouldn't go near the mouse, just safeguarding that mouse until it had properly found its way back into the trail. About 30 minutes had passed. I thought it had been enough time. I thought we were safe to go back inside. And I parted ways from the cat. This motherfucker, wouldn't you know, vomits up the mouse on the deck today. And I just have to laugh. Because here I thought that I had made an impact. I'd done my good deed of the day. I had saved the mouse. I had showed empathy for the mouse while the mouse was alive, and I thought I had rescued it. Now here it is, dead, on my doorstep. A prize, a treat from the cat, as they do. Here's a gift I brought to you. Well, it's new moon. I just cut my hair, and I was planning to do a little ritual and burying my hair in the earth, and now here I present also this field mouse to the earth in my ritual. And I recognize that whether or not I go to this ceremony or I go to any other medicine ceremonies, I cannot deny who I am. I am a witch. I am a medicine woman. And I am giving this mouse a funeral service tonight, and I am honoring the life and the death of this mouse, because it is who I am, to be a deeply feeling person and to care about the full cycle of a soul and not just try to rescue it when it's with us, but also pray for it after its soul is leaving us. And so when I asked myself if I couldn't sing at the peyote meeting, or if I had no vision, I never got my glasses back, would my presence be enough? This mouse showed me that presence is all that we have. To be here now is the gift. And so I show up. I show up unattached to the outcome, open palming it. Maybe I sing, maybe I don't. Maybe my voice is all scratched up. Maybe I puke the whole time. Maybe I'm screaming bloody murder. Maybe I'm in a fetal position crying. It really doesn't matter, because the point of it is to show up, is to be here now, willing to be seen in all of it. so that I can be honored in my full cycle. And not just when I'm full of vitality, but also when I'm dying and even when I feel dead. And so thank you, nature, for humbly reminding me what it is to be a medicine woman, what it is to live life as ceremony, what it is to honor life, even through its death. Because that's how we continue to honor the soul, recognizing that death is just a part of it all. And now as I hear my voice cracking and losing again, I know how many voices are coming through me to feel this embodiment of this I am today. This is the boundlessness. This is my purpose. This is to be a hollow bone, to allow life to flow through me without trying to control it so much. And this next week, I'll also have this one in my chart, this reminder to surrender and what it's like to release control. Ooh! So, thanks for being here with me this week. I wasn't ready to bury that mouse, but now I'm ready. So thank you for praying with me. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for honoring life and death and growth and decay with me. Because we don't get good overnight. We have to practice at it. And practice means play and pray. At least it does to me. Sending you so much love. Namaste.